Good morning, everyone. It is currently 6 a.m. I need to leave for the airport in like an hour-ish. So right now I'm just outside playing Frisbee with Miss Luna before I get ready to go. Bring it to me. Hey. Thank you. As you all know, I am on reserve this month. It is raining right now, and it was raining all day yesterday. Thankfully, I was not on reserve yesterday because the storms in DFW were awful. So I'm really glad that I was able to avoid that. But today, crew scheduling did give me a trip. It's one of the ones that I bid for yesterday, which is really nice. So I'm gonna get ready for that, and then we can go to the airport. Before I get ready to head out the door, Miss Luna was definitely wanting breakfast after her Frisbee session. We do add a few supplements to her food. This one is a probiotic, and we also give her a hip and joint supplement too. This is not sponsored at all, but we are loving her new Spot and Tango food. I do have a referral link though if you'd like to try this food for your pup, and this link is 60% off a 2-week trial. And I will put that link in my video description box below. After feeding Luna, I finished getting ready, and it's just about time to leave. I just put Luna back in our bedroom with Eric so she can go back to sleep for a little bit with him before he gets ready for work. But I am just about ready to head out the door now. I'm going out of the country today, so I cannot bring perishable food items, but I do have snacks in here like oatmeal. I love these lately, these little applesauce things. These bars are also really good, these strawberry wafer bars. What else do I have in here? Oh my gosh, so much random stuff like gummy bears, granola bars. Those are all just snacks for when I'm in a pinch, but these are all things that I'm able to bring with me. So I'm going to make sure I have all of this packed up, and then we can leave. I am at the Denver airport now. I have about 20 minutes until my flight boards, so I'm just taking a moment to chill before I head to my gate. I did get a Starbucks. I treated myself. I got tall iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso with some vanilla cold foam. I know that is like quite a mouthful. That is a lot of words for a coffee order, but it is absolutely delicious. This is honestly the only thing that I really like from Starbucks, so this is what I get pretty much every time. I just landed in DFW. The flight was so quick. It was only an hour and 21 minutes, so we got in early. Right now, I am going to walk over to the A terminal because I think that's where my first working flight is going out of. I'm probably going to just sit around, maybe edit some content while I'm waiting to sign in for my trip. Oh my gosh, it's so loud right there. Anyway, and then I'll probably grab some lunch. I forgot to mention it, but we do have 2 flights today. We are going from DFW to Miami, and then from Miami we are going to Toronto, Ontario. So that is what I have going on today. Since I had a bit of time to kill before my flight, I started editing this vlog that you all are currently watching, and then I went to Panera Bread to grab some lunch. I love how with Panera Bread, they have these little kiosks that you can order from. I decided to get the Southwest chicken and ranch salad, and it was really good. Then it was time for me to work my 2 flights today. I just got to my hotel room and it is currently 12:39 a.m. Before I go to bed, I wanted to quickly check in with you guys. So like I mentioned earlier, we had the 2 flights today. Our flight from Dallas to Miami was actually really turbulent. And so we had to wait, I want to say it was like the first hour, maybe hour and a half before we were even able to get out of our jump seats to start a service. And the flight was only 2 hours and 20 minutes. So that's already taking up like a really big chunk of the flight. But anyway, we finally were able to get out of our jump seats and start our service. But then halfway through, no, it was more like 3/4 of the way through, we almost finished service. It got so turbulent. So the captain asked us to stop doing service and put our carts away because obviously we need to stay safe and that is the #1 priority. And those heavy carts are like 200, 300 pounds. And if there's like moderate turbulence and all of that stuff goes flying, it can be dangerous. So we had to put all of that away, but we landed safe and sound in Miami. And then we had a 2 hour and 40-minute flight from Miami here to Toronto, Ontario. And I am ready to go to bed now. But what's really nice is our pickup isn't until 4 p.m. tomorrow. So I actually get to sleep in, which is so wonderful. So I am going to go to bed now. I don't even need to set an alarm tomorrow, which is amazing. And I will talk to you guys later. Good morning, everyone. It is currently 10:30 a.m. and my goodness, did I need a good night of sleep. I feel like a completely different person today. I feel so much better and ready to take on the day. These are becoming some of my favorite things to travel with, these oatmeal cups, because they are just so easy to have on the road. You just put hot water in them or take them to a microwave and you have a good breakfast. And here it is, my 5-star breakfast. All right, you guys, I just finished getting ready for the day. I do want to throw a coat on too, though. It's been a long time since I was last here in Toronto. I honestly don't remember if I had my YouTube channel yet, but anyway, I have been here before, but it's been a while, like I said, so I'm excited to go downtown, walk around a little bit. I don't really have any plans. I just kind of want to get some steps in, be outdoors for a little bit, and just enjoy the day. I just got on the train. I think it's about a 25-minute ride downtown, and it was around 12 or 13 US dollars, which honestly is a lot cheaper than Uber, which is awesome. But I will have to pay for it coming back, but I still think that'll be cheaper. While on my 25-minute train ride downtown, I started reading a new book called Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I have never read anything by this author, but I have heard her writing is fantastic, so I'm really excited to give it a go. I also host a virtual book club on the Fable app. It is free, and this book was our pick for May. I always have a link in my video descriptions if you're interested in joining. I just got off the train. That was honestly really easy to navigate. I don't have any plans. I kind of just want to walk around, maybe grab some lunch, and that's really all I have time to do. But even though I don't have a lot of time, I still wanted to go out and make the most of my layover here. I am definitely glad that I brought a coat. It's not freezing out, but it is a little bit cold. So you guys, oh my gosh, I am so ready for summer and warm weather. I feel like everywhere I go lately, it's just been so cold. I am just very much ready for spring and summer weather, preferably a beach soon. That would be awesome. Maybe crew scheduling can gift me with a tropical beachy layover soon. We'll see. After I walked around downtown, I came back to my hotel and just relaxed in my room for a while. I just finished getting ready for work, and you guys, while I was walking around downtown, I was just really cold and I didn't have an appetite at all, so I didn't get any food. But now I'm really hungry, so I am regretting my decision to not get any food earlier. So I am really hoping I'll be able to grab a bite to eat at the airport. But also, we do only have one flight today, and that is from Toronto back to DFW, and then that is the end of this 2-day trip. Next time I'm here, I would definitely love to get a longer layover over the summer because there are more things that I would love to do. Like, I know there's the CN Tower, I think that's what it's called. And then also, when I was looking up things to do, I saw Hyde Park, which looks really, really pretty. I would love to check that out. And then there's also this really cool museum that looks like a castle. So I was like, okay, I have a list of things to do. The next time I'm here, if I have a longer layover, I have like a full day's worth of activities to do. But anyway, I am going to finish packing up my room and then I can go work this flight back to Dallas. Well, in the Toronto airport, I was looking for something quick to eat and I found this lovely pizzeria. I ordered a slice of the caprese pizza and it was delicious. I ate it really quickly because I was so hungry, and then it was time to work my flight from Toronto back to DFW. Hey guys, obviously I am back home now. Luna is behind me. She's chilling over there. She loves just chilling on the pillows. But anyway, I thought I would go through and answer some of the questions that were in my previous vlog. So this one is, what happens if my commuting flight is late to DFW? So there's a few different things that could happen depending on the circumstances as to why you are late. Obviously, it is your responsibility, no matter where in the world you live, to get to your trips on time. However, we do have a commuter policy where you have to be able to prove that like you did everything in your power to get to work on time, and part of that policy includes listing for flights and being on flights that would get you to the airport at a minimum of 1 hour prior to your sign-in. However, if I was running late, which thankfully this has not happened to me yet because I always give myself like more than plenty of enough time to get there, but if this were to happen, then I would call crew scheduling and I would just tell them what's going on. And especially if I was on reserve, I would just tell them honestly like everything that happened, and I would see if there was like a different trip that they could put me on. But if you were to just like outright miss your trip, then you would get what's called a missed assignment. This is when you would have to talk to your manager, figure out what's going on. But yeah, depending on, I guess, the circumstances of the situation, there definitely are repercussions for if you were to miss work. The next question was about my new flight attendant shoes. So these are Clark's. I love these shoes. They're so comfortable. They're Clark's Cloud Steppers and I get them from Amazon. I will put a link to them in the description box below. Can you recommend any suspense or thriller books that are not fantasy based? Yes. So one of my favorite thriller books that I have ever read is The Silent Patient. Oh my gosh, this book was so good. The ending had my jaw on the floor. I also really recommend the book You. This whole series was turned into a TV show. The show is fantastic, by the way, and the first book in the series is incredible. So good. The second one was okay, and then the third one was meh. So I don't think the entire book series is like incredible, but the very first book was so good. I also highly recommend the author Frida McFadden for very quick, fast-paced thrillers. All of her books are pretty easy to read. They move quickly, and she has like some of the craziest plot twists ever. I also listened to the book Listen for the Lie, and this was fantastic. I highly recommend it as an audiobook because it's written like a podcast too, because there's like a subsection of the book where the guy who is like investigating the murder is a podcaster. He's like a true crime podcaster. So to me, it was like half listening to an audiobook and half listening to a podcast. It was so good. I also really liked Ask for Andrea. I listened to that on Audible as well. Really good. And then surprisingly, I did not think I would love this book as much as I did, but this one, Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. The best way to describe this book is it was like a slow burn thriller, and the ending was crazy. If I have to call out sick on a layover, will my airline cover the hotel expense until I am better? Yes, they will. I mean, I think you have to be reasonable about it. Like, I don't think, you know, you can just sit in the hotel room for like an entire month being sick or something like that. But this is something that you would like communicate like with our schedulers, with your manager, and a healthcare professional, you know, and you guys would probably all come to a decision together about when it would be safe for you to fly again. Thankfully, I have never had to call out sick on a layover, knock on wood, but yeah, I hope I never have to experience that. Speaking of sickness, how often do passengers get sick and have to use the air sickness bag from the back of the seat? Honestly, this doesn't happen super often. Like, it's not very often that I see people throwing up into the air sickness bag that's like, you know, put into the back of the seat. It does happen every once in a while, but most of the time when someone's not feeling well, they usually come to the galley and they tell us, and then we give them like a bigger trash bag with some ginger ale or some ice or like a cold paper towel to put over their head if they're overheated, stuff like that. Also, I feel like people get sick a lot more in the summer because it's warmer, and I just feel like the warmer the weather is, the more likely people are to get nauseous. That's why sometimes we try to keep the plane pretty cool, is because it really reduces like that nausea feeling. Okay, this is a good question to end on, and it has to do with, was it my last video or the one before? I can't remember, where I was talking about how I think it's really important to not make your job your entire identity. And this person asked, it's hard for me to relax and forget about work. How do you unwind? So for me, I really try to compartmentalize my work. So when I'm at work and I'm really focused on that. And then when I'm home, I just try to let it go. Like anything that happened at work, I just say, it's done. It's over. Like, it already happened. And I try to say like, okay, that part of my life is there. And then when I'm home, this is what I want to focus on. So I think it's really just about compartmentalizing and just focusing on different areas of your life and like being in the moment when you are in those specific times. So like when you're at work, you can focus on work. And then when you're at home, try really hard to like be present and to just enjoy the moment that you're in and not think about work. I know it's a lot easier said than done. This is something that I have really had to work on, but it has made me so just like less stressed when I'm not focusing on all of these different things at once, and I try to compartmentalize things. Also, when you are home, for me at least, to wind down, I try to do things that are like really relaxing. I'll take Luna on a walk, I'll try to be out in nature, I'll take a hot shower or a bath, I'll read, watch a TV show or a movie with Eric, we'll cook a meal together. We just try to really focus on being present. So yeah, I think I'm going to conclude today's video here, but thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because I'd love to see you again in all of my future videos. I hope that you're having a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time.